A woman vanishes. A powerful political scandal erupts. A murder covered in mystery, and a crime so brutal it involves military explosives. This is the story of Altantuya Shaariibuu, the woman whose death uncovered secrets that some wanted buried forever. Altantuya was not just any woman. She spoke multiple languages, had international connections, and was involved in high-stakes deals between powerful men. But she never imagined her fate would take a deadly turn. Born in Mongolia in 1978, Altantuya was educated in Russia and fluent in multiple languages, including English, Russian, Chinese, and some French. Altantuya moved back to Mongolia in 1990 and later married a Mongolian singer. They had a child together but ended up in divorce. We are not sure what was the problem, but the child was sent to live with her parents. She then relocated to France to work as a model, but her mother denied this fact. She later remarried and had another child in 2003. The child was put under the care of her parents as well. She then worked as a translator, eventually finding herself in Malaysia, entangled in a $1 billion submarine arms deal. In early 2000, Malaysia signed a €1 billion deal with France to purchase 2 high-tech submarines. But behind the paperwork were whispers of corruption and missing millions. Reports say Altantuya acted as a middlewoman in the deal, helping Abdul Razak Baginda, a Malaysian political analyst and close associate of Najib Razak, Malaysia's then Deputy Prime Minister. She allegedly demanded $500,000 in commission, and when she did not get it, she threatened to expose shocking details about the deal. Just weeks later, she disappeared. Altantuya was last seen outside Abdul Razak Baginda's home in Kuala Lumpur. She was allegedly kidnapped by 2 elite police officers. They weren't just any cops. They were bodyguards from Malaysia's Special Action Unit, a force assigned to protect high-ranking officials. Azila Hadri and Cyril Azhar Umar took her to a secluded area in Selangor, a dense forest outside Kuala Lumpur. She was shot twice in the head. Then, in a move that left investigators stunned, her body was blown to pieces using C4 explosives, military-grade weaponry only accessible to top-level security personnel. But why would 2 high-ranking police officers commit such a crime? And more importantly, who ordered them to do it? Here's where things get even stranger. When investigators look into Altantuya's past, they made a shocking discovery. Her entire immigration record had been deleted from the system. It was as if she had never entered Malaysia. This wasn't a random killing, it was a coordinated effort to erase her existence. As pressure mounted, police arrested Azila and Cyril, but the bigger question remained: who ordered the hit? Abdul Razak Baginda was arrested but was acquitted in 2008, claiming he had no involvement in the murder. However, 13 years later, at a court hearing, it was found that Altantuya reported to authorities that they should look for Razak Baginda should anything happen to her. At the time of the murder, Najib Razak was Malaysia's Deputy Prime Minister. The convicted killers were his bodyguards, and yet Najib has always denied any involvement. In fact, he denied ever meeting Altantuya. Allegedly, she was introduced by Najib to Abdul Razak Baginda and had a romantic relationship with him. In 2019, Azila Hadri, one of the convicted officers, made a shocking sworn statement from prison. He claimed that Najib Razak himself ordered the killing, describing Altantuya as a threat to national security. But despite his claims, Najib has never been charged in connection to the case. So, did the truth die with Altantuya, or is there more to this mystery than we know? The case didn't just stay in Malaysia. In France, investigators uncovered a 100 million bribe allegedly paid to Malaysian officials to secure the submarine deal. French courts continue to investigate, and evidence suggests money changed hands at the highest levels. But will the full truth ever be revealed? On 9th of April 2009, both policemen were sentenced to death for the murder of Altantuya. Allegedly, they showed no remorse of any kind when the verdict was read. However, only Azila Hadri remains on death row in Malaysia, as it was discovered that Cyril Azhar Umar did not show up to an appeal hearing. He fled to Australia. The then Inspector General of Police ordered the extradition of Cyril Azhar Umar, but failed as Australian law does not allow for the extradition of individuals if they are faced with the death penalty. Following an Australian High Court ruling deeming indefinite detention unlawful, Cyril Azhar Umar was released from custody. In 2004, the Federal Court of Malaysia sentenced Azila Hadri to 40 years imprisonment and 12 strokes of cane due to a change in the Malaysian law. Since Abdul Razak Baginda was acquitted, he lives freely, but the latest court order required him and the Malaysian government to pay approximately 9 million to Altantuya's family. On the other hand, Najib Razak was jailed for corruption in the 1MDB scandal and never convicted in Altantuya's case. And Altantuya's family is still seeking justice in international courts. So who really ordered the murder of Altantuya Shaariibuu? Why was her immigration record erased? This case is one of the most complicated ones, with many accusing each other. Will Malaysia ever uncover the full truth? One thing is certain, this case is far from over. If you found this story shocking, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more true crime mysteries from around the world.